Hey everyone, in our last video we left off with indecisive me on what zinnia seeds to plant in the new raised bed, which that video is going up tonight. So over the weekend I hope to hear some suggestions and ideas and inspirations from you guys. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and prep the seed starting mix to put a layer on top to put the seeds in so they can grow on the surface and seed starting mix, and then as the roots grow down it'll just be regular potting soil. And yes, this is my handy dandy seed starting mix tool, which is just a metal office tray. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Cheap and easy way to make seed starter mix is just get a container and place some kind of strainer or wire office basket over it. All seed starting mix is really potting soil without all the big stuff. And so you can just take it. Now this is really wet, so it's not going to work really well. Let me get some dry. And it's fun because you can get your hands in dirt. You just put some potting soil on top of your strainer and brush it around, and the loose, finer soil will fall through into your container. You can also do the smack down, and that's what you get. Now, if you want to buy seed starter, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you just want to use your own everyday potting soil and do it the cheap and easy way, it does take some time, but I'll tell you what, it's kind of enjoyable. It's zen-like running your hands through soil if you don't mind touching the soil, which I do not, and I know what's in it. And if you do mind touching the soil, you could wear gloves, or you could, smack it down. Look at how beautiful this soil is. Look at that. That's just strained potting soil. So it doesn't have to be that deep. You just need enough to really surround the seed so when it germinates, it has soft material around it to push its roots through. But when the roots get stronger and go down into the planter, then they should be able to push through and grow around and among other things like the sticks and random things that are in the potting soil. And you want them to be able to do that. So I just need enough to do a little top layer on the planter. And if you're wondering what I do with all the remaining in the top, I just have a little pot and I just put it in there, and it can be a plant growing in there one day. If you want to do more, you could do like a bin, and this is a strainer that has these extendable arms so you can set it down. Actually, this would be a lot easier than what I was using, and use that. You could do more at a time. Like with this, you could just use a shovel to mush it around if you didn't want to use your hands. Y'all, I have been gardening for like a long time. I have never worn gardening gloves. I don't know what it is about them, but I do not like them. I just like my hands and everything, and nothing bad has ever happened to me because of it, so I take that as a win. Now you can see the strip down the middle is my nice layer of seed starter, and then when I make the decision on the seeds, I'll put them on and then I'll sprinkle another layer of the seed starter on top of them. And hopefully we'll have some beautiful zinnias coming our way very soon. I use the same sort of seed starter mix in the little paper cups that I do inside too, but I don't fill the whole cup with it. I just put the seed starter mix as a top layer and then down underneath, just to about there. I mean, it's really not that deep. All the rest is just regular potting soil. And not all seeds need that special treatment. The Mexican sunflowers, they'll come up in anything usually. But while we're here, these are under a grow light, and I keep the grow light as close to the top of the seeds as I can, but because of this, like, they're only to this height. Otherwise, I would have the grow light like down here. Now, I like keeping these in this bin because for watering, I carry this whole bin outside and mist it under the hose. Let me show you. It's so easy, so much easier than bringing a watering can or a sprayer in and out of my garden room. So I'll just carry this whole tray out by the hose. And let me tell you, this is one of the best things we ever did. We had a plumber come out and put this kind of on off on our hose instead of the twisty one. And then these are the two hoses that come off, one for this half of the garden, and this one runs all the way down to the back half. And that's how I water, just hose water my garden. And I can put them both on jet and easily water the whole garden just sitting in one spot. I love it. But oh my gosh, this thing is a game changer. All right, let me go get the hose and water them. See, just a light mist. So easy. And it also gives them a rain experience, a misting rain. There's something called, oh gosh, it's a tropism. Is it trichotropism, bagotropism, where the plant gets a sturdier stem in response to touch. So the simple fact of the water hitting the plant and making it move can actually help it have a sturdier stem. Isn't that fascinating? Plants are fascinating. Okay, so here we are back in the garden room, and I'm putting my light back. But since I would like more light to get into this little setup, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some heavy duty aluminum foil down the back side here, and so that light can reflect off and get more light rays going in this area. I mean, it's worth a try, right? And can I just say how I love that the Publix aluminum foil has a little aluminum foil elephant. I love elephants. I want an aluminum foil elephant. Okay, there. So I'm just going to do it down the back side because my crates have holes in them and I want the plants to have good airflow. I do have a fan blowing on them to get good air movement, to keep fungus from growing and to keep the little fungus gnats away. But look at this one. All right, compare. Here's this one. Look at how much brighter that is, y'all. I can see a significant difference. So maybe I'll just put it on this one and we'll see if these ones don't grow a little bit faster than our control group. Listen to me, the 5th grade science teacher. All right. Okay, I got to take a pause right now. I had other stuff I wanted to film, but my little Ringo, my little tan Frenchie, he did something to his dew claw and it's pulled out and bent backwards, and you can tell it's really bothering him. So I called my vet, and my husband called the vet. I'm gonna take him and run him up there. They're gonna look at him real quick. They're probably gonna cut it all the way down to the quick, which that's gonna hurt him And then here's what I'm envisioning. Let's hope this isn't true. They're gonna wrap it up and tell us that he can't lick it and he needs to stay off of it and he can't jump or run. You've seen this dog in my videos. And please, I'm thinking, please, no cone. Even if they do put a cone on it, I probably won't make him wear it because I wrapped his paw myself with some of that stick to itself stretchy tape stuff. It's not tape, it's adhesive. I don't know what it is. It's that bandage wrap that you can wrap around and it sticks to itself. And he's kept it on all morning. He's been out here with me because I think it feels better to have that little dew claw like pressed up against and being held in place so it's not flopping around. Ugh. I know, cringe, right? All right, so I'm gonna go run him to the vet. I'll be back. You guys, there is the most beautiful monarch butterfly flying around my garden right now. It's over there nectaring on the Mexican sunflower. This has made my day. Oh my goodness. And I saw a Gulf fritillary earlier. I posted pictures of the monarch and the Gulf fritillary on my community tab. So go check those out. Hey y'all, it's Sunday now and Ringo is home. He is fine. The dew claw wasn't actually pulled out. It was just broken and they trimmed it and bandaged it. We don't have to wear the cone and the bandage is off now and he seems to be doing fine. Just a little bit more cautious, but he's doing great. You guys have been absolutely fabulous at coming in with the zinnia color and type suggestions, and the video is still getting out there. People are still watching, so I'm going to wait a little longer and then I'll review the suggestions. Right now it's looking like a random combination mix, and random combination mixes are kind of my style. But some of the other combinations sound good, so maybe I'll do smaller pots of them. We'll see. I'll let you know. So now I'm going to do a little rearranging of things. You know, when I sit out here and look around, I start thinking about things, and there's some plants that I'm just inspired to move. Let me show you which one is going to get relocated right now. Okay, when I sit in my garden chair, I turn my head and I look over and I see this. And I've been looking at that little silver buttonwood and I thought, you know what, as soon as it grows up taller, it's gonna go right into my wild lime. And I thought, why didn't I think of that before? I don't know, I'm just so in love with these plants. And then I thought, well, I can move it over a little bit and move the water feature. But then it's going to block my view of the little side yard, which a lot of times there will be Gulf fritillaries and zebra longwings out there fluttering around, and I want to be able to see them. So I'm going to move it out of there completely, but I have the perfect spot for it. Here is my garden of fire and ice, and I've already got one silver buttonwood right there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in here. I love it. So I want another one in this garden space. And I have the perfect spot. Right here is a snow square stem, but right behind it, there is some tropical sage coming up, but I can dig that up and move it. And then I'll just put the other one right down there. And I think that'll be perfect because this particular snow square stem has a narrow little tree-like trunk before it comes up and fills out. And so it'll give a nice backdrop to have the silver buttonwood in behind it. See, now look at there. When that grows up bigger, I mean, it'll get tall. I'll probably keep it trimmed as tall to right where that window ledge goes. I mean, picture that whole silvery white green, silvery white green leaf. Like that whole thing filled as a backdrop behind these snow square stems and this fire bush. It's gonna be spectacular. Y'all remember a few years back when I first put in the clustered bush mint and I absolutely fell in love with it, and the pollinators were all over it and just kept talking about it and talking about it? I feel like I'm having the same love affair with the silver buttonwood. There is something about the color of the shrub that I just absolutely love, and when it gets those berries on it, oh my gosh. So I went back to the nectary and I just have one to get one more on my list, but I got two because I thought, you know, what if they go away and the nectary can't get them back again? And anyway, I got two, and I got some more other things. Let me show you. Okay, here's the one silver buttonwood, and then I got another marlberry. Now this marlberry is going to go down at the other end of the garden. I think I talked about where I was going to put it, between those two viburnums, and so that's exactly where it's going to go. And then here's the other silver buttonwood. And then I got 3 more Jamaican capers. Now they were all out of the 3-gallon. So I had to get 1-gallons, but from what I understand, these grow fast. And I'm gonna put a few of these, I think 2, down at the other end of the garden where I talked about. I'll show you in a minute. This is my fence line that I'm working on turning into a privacy hedge with various native shrubs. So there is one Jamaican caper right there. So I think I'm gonna put another one kind of like right down there because there's another one there. So then there will be a little row of 3. And I think that'll be good to fill in this space. Look who's back. This is 2 days later from when I filmed it for you. I'm sure it's the same one. Well, I mean, I think it is. Went right to the same flower, but I'm so glad to see it. It is so lovely to be out in the garden with the butterfly, even though it's just a little one, just watching it glide and on around and through. I love it. And the little japonica is planted right between its 2 bigger friends. And it got a good watering, so it's ready to grow up and produce beautiful flowers and privacy. Hey everyone, it's Monday now. This video is going up tonight. We've made a decision on the raised bed for the zinnias, and it's going to be a mix of everything. So I'm going to go gather the seeds, but before that, we have something special to take care of. This beautiful little female Eastern Black Swallowtail eclosed yesterday, and she is strong and ready to fly. So I've got her sitting right here on my little garden wall. So the pentas are opened out right before her, and that Mexican sunflower, my one and only, is right over there. We'll see where she goes. Okay, she's ready. Yeah, I totally blew that shot. She snuck out the bottom corner. That was, I was trying to get the top to flip up all the way, and it just, there was one little piece that got caught, and right when I was pulling it up, she snuck out. So I don't even know where she went. But I'll keep my eyes out for her. Maybe we'll see her in the garden. Okay, let's go get those zinnia seeds. Also, right now there is a sulphur over there, and I think she is laying eggs on my Bahama senna. Yep, pretty sure. Oh, I love to see this. I just counted and I have 18 types of zinnia seeds, so I'll get 2 of each. And we'll see how it goes. All right, this is my last one. I've got them all in a little condiment cup, and I'm gonna mix them up. I think I got like 3 of each type. And all my packages are now opened. So I love this thing. I just cannot tell you how much I love this thing. My little female swallowtail's flying around. I hope you can see her. I just came out to get my little crate things to put in the top of the planter, and she almost flew right into me. I love it. There she is. She is beautiful. I hope somewhere around there's a male. For this, I did 3 separate little crates so that they'll have an interior one to lean on, and so they'll be more encouraged to grow upright. So now I'm just going to sprinkle about 12 seeds in each section. You know what will be fun is that when these grow in, then I'll like have to try and identify them based on their description. You know, I think I might add some more because that's not very many. Just do a little. I'm going to go get a few more, I think. I'll put the rest of these cut and come again zinnias in there. Now she's on the red pentas. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have her here. And now I've got a bowl of freshly made seed starter and I'm just going to sprinkle it on top of the seeds. And you know, it still doesn't look like a lot of seeds to me, but that's like 36 zinnia flowers in this one spot. So I can always add more, but for now I'm going to stick with these guys. me just sprinkle, cover them, and then I'll lightly mist them with the hose, and we'll be checking back. Okay, grow, zinnias, grow. Okay, you guys, I wasn't gonna look, but I looked. And the reason why is you can see the little ant. See the little ant? There's 3 eggs on this stem, and those little ants eat them, which I'm gonna get them off, don't worry. There are little glands on the privet senna and the Bahama senna that release sugars that ants love. So the ants are drawn to the sugars, but they also love to eat butterfly eggs. And since I sat there and watched this butterfly lay these eggs, I just feel like I need to do something. So these are going to be the first things going into the lepidarium, except I haven't really cleaned it out yet, but I'm going to set them in there, and then I can easily, let me get that ant. Okay, the ant is gone. The eggs are good. So I'm going to take these 3 inside. Now, in the past, I've taken eggs in for sulfurs, and they haven't always all hatched. So I'll be curious to see how these 3 little eggs do. And of course, we'll be checking back. Wow, this is exciting. First eggs of the season. I didn't think it would be this fast. I'm thrilled. Early February, I've got my first butterfly eggs of 2025. Guys, look, there's a skipper. A long-tailed skipper on my verbena. First one I've seen this season in my garden. What a fantastic day. I can't even stand it. Butterflies are coming back. So in the introduction of this video, one of my hairs from back here was like flipped over here, and I didn't know. And I filmed the whole thing like that, and editing me was like, oh my gosh. I was just, and then I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm out in the garden. My hair shouldn't be perfect, and my people, my viewers, you guys are not going to care or sass me about my messy hair. So thank you for not sassing me for my messy hair in the intro of this video. And I think we're going to edit because this is going up tonight, and I got some things to do to get it ready. So I will see you in the next one. Subscribe, tap the like button, and join the milkweed crew. Support my channel. $4.99 a month. Details for the milkweed crew are down in the description. And maybe I'll make a I can do this thing where I pin a comment, so it'll be the top comment, because I hear from lots of you that it's hard to find my description section, and I'll put the link to find information about the milkweed crew in a pinned comment, and hopefully I'll remember.